Hello, Eric Gimbal, ericgimbal.com, and today, thanks to photosura.com, I'm going to present you the Nikon D3500. Let's start. I'm going to invite you to check the review I made of the Canon 2000D and 4000D, known as T100 and T7. Yes, and why? Because many people saw this video and asked me if I could review a basic camera by Nikon. I mean the entry-level reflex camera by Nikon, which is the 3500, now the latest one in entry level. So I'm going to review it, and first I'm going to start with an unboxing so you can see what's in the box, and then we'll speak about the features and testing. So here's the big box. This is a special kit, so there are box in box and box and boxes. There is, as you can see, a bag, camera bag, small camera bag. That's great, it's included in the kit. It protects the camera. Then you have another box, because when they make kits they actually get the normal box and they put it into another box, and very often the camera and the lens is into another box too. So I'm trying to get it out. It's not very easy at the same time as speaking. So here it's coming out, here it is. Okay, so this is the kit that come with the body and with the lens, which is the 1855 lens, 3.5, 5.6, so it's not very luminous. And here you have a small manual with a reduced manual with the guarantee. If you want to have the full manual, you must download it online, like all makers are doing this right now. So they no longer give you a very heavy book. So let's see the box where the camera is supposed to be. So I open the box. This is why they call that unboxing, because it's box and box and box and box, not just one. So here it is. So the charger, yeah, this is a separate independent charger. So I apologize, in my 7500 review I said the camera had a separate charger. It was a pity that Nikon did not do that with the lower range, so I apologize, because yes, on the 3500 they seem to do it. It is here, you have a separate charger. Okay, then check, there is a camera strap for Nikon that makes advertisement when you wear it. Then the connector to the plug for the charger, a battery, and that's it. Well, that's it. Let's look for the camera body now. It's well packed, double bag, as always with Nikon and many brands. So here it is. I'll open it. Here is the camera itself. It's very tiny, very small, but it looks well built. So we're gonna try to see how it works, if it's fine, what I can do with that. And then I'm also going to show you the lens, the kit lens. As you can see, it's a DX format. It means for APS-C. It can be mounted on an FX camera, but then it will have a crop. So it's really thought for APS-C. Here the manual and guarantees. Get them out. Many people say these basic lenses are really bad, but I think it's better to have this than nothing anyway. And at least you have to start one day, so you can start with this, and when you have more money you can buy better lenses. But for a start, it's so cheap anyway, that kind of lens, that you cannot expect wonders anyway. So as you can see, the boxes are always super well packed, whether it's Nikon or Canon or all this. Normally they're packed really well. And here's the lens. So I'm not fan of giving a lot of technical details and all this and explanation, all this. I prefer, you can find them on the maker website. So I'm going to speak about the main features and my impression. I will pass you some pictures and videos so you can have a look at it, and I'll give you my sensation, my feelings, because I think this is more important than anything else. because it's what makes that you like a camera or doesn't like a camera, which is how you feel with it. So technical details. This is, as I said, I think at the start, an APS-C camera. The resolution is 24.2 megapixels. I know some people said, yeah, but some camera have 40 or 26 or whatever. Is it enough? Yes. Above 13 or 16 megapixels, this is enough. And on a basic camera that comes with a kit lens, the kit lens is not good enough to actually use this 24 megapixels. So it's enough. Yeah, it's okay, don't worry, that's fine. It does video, but it does only full HD. Yes, up to 60 frames per second. Doesn't do 4K. ISO from 100 to 25,600. I do think you should not go above 6400. Up to 6400 is acceptable. From then it looks like more like a pizza than a picture actually. Burst up to 5 images per second. I think this is fantastic for that kind of camera. I think this is what I had with my Canon 5D Mark II, 5 images per second. I think I remember that. So I think this on a basic camera, that's great. You have dust reduction system for the sensor. You have the picture control system, which is like some profile that like neutral, intense, monochrome, portrait, landscape. So you have some preset for the picture you're going to do. I think this is an entry-level camera for beginners, so I think many who are a bit lost, they need that help until they learn how to do things themselves. So it's good to have that kind of preset. One memory slot card, obviously just one on that kind of camera. It supports SD card and the two format, SDHC and SDXC, which is the latest one, USH1. So don't worry about this terminology. Any SD card class 10 with enough speed will be fine. Okay, don't worry about that. Then the viewfinder covers 95%. I know that Pro prefer 100%, but for beginners I think maybe it's nice to have 95%, because sometimes you're so close to the edge that it's good to have on a small extra, even if you don't see it in the viewfinder. When you see the picture in your computer, you're happy to have saved this small border, you know. So for beginners, I think 95% is good. Speed from 30 seconds up to 4,000th of a second. This is a lot, no, but this is more than bridge camera and basic camera. So 4,000th of a second is fine for normal action photography. Unless you had a really luminous lens, then it would be too short. 8,000 would be fine, but for normal picture 4,000 is more than enough. I actually never reached 4,000 myself. Okay, synchro flash synchronization, 200th of a second, that's okay for that kind of camera, that's fine. Then they have the modes. You have automatic, P mode, which is on automatic, but you can actually set the ISO, priority, speed priority, aperture priority, fully manual. And then you have some scene mode that really helps you when you don't know what to do. You have portrait, close portrait, night portrait, special effects, all this. So that's great for beginner to have that kind of that kind of stuff. Autofocus, 11 points. One cross one, and I know it doesn't sound much. I use only one, so it's fine for me. But for that kind of camera, 11 is fine. It's good. Then the autofocus, so you can actually activate one dot, or to have automatic dynamic zone. You have also 3D follow, which is great. Normally you don't have that on a basic camera, which is a way that it does. The autofocus follows the subject. If it moves all this in a 3D space, it's really good. And you have a predictive following, so it actually guess where the person is going to be if he moves. And this is great for that camera level. I think it is incredible to have this in a basic camera. Then you have an incorporated flash. Here, you see, small flash, this, okay, a small flash, okay. Very often they tell me, yeah, you never speak about flashes. Yeah, I never speak about flashes because I don't use them. I don't use incorporated flashes because the light is really ugly, because the flash is so small it makes really harsh shadows. So I don't normally use it. But it's good to have one, because if you don't have external flash or bigger flash to put on top of your camera, it's better to have this than to have no picture. So it can save you, or you can even use it to trigger another flash in slave mode. So that can be useful to have that kind of flash. Video, it does only full HD, it doesn't do 4K. You have 60 images per second, 50, 30, 25 and 24. I remind you that 24 is what you use in cinema, so that's nice to have this in a basic camera. 24p is great. I'm recording direct handheld. This is the sound of the camera directly, the camera microphone. I said the same conclusion as the 7500. The problem with making video with that kind of camera, not this one, but mini reflex, is when the body is not stabilized, you need stabilized lenses or gimbal or tripod or monopod. But anyway, I think lens stabilization is never as good as what we see now with stabilization when it's stabilized on mirrorless cameras. Connectivity. You have one HDMI, one USB. That's all, that's it. So this is really short. You don't have external microphone connector, you don't have audio output if you want to listen to what you've recorded in video. But it is a basic camera, we cannot ask much. So, but people would like to really dedicate this camera for video, for their YouTube channel or vlogging or whatever. They need an external recorder or use their telephone and a microphone to record, because the sound out of a camera is never very good, and if you touch a camera you can hear it. So if you're thinking about video, you will need an external recorder. That no choice. You have Bluetooth connection. You can actually automatically send your picture from your camera to your phone, so it's great if you want to upload directly to social networks. That's good. But if you prefer to edit first, obviously it's better to send it to a computer and then edit it. The screen is fixed, you cannot move it, and it's not touchable. So that's a pity, but I cannot, for that price and that range, you cannot ask for more than that. So what do I think? Well, I'm going to show you a bit more here. The ergonomy, it's funny, the lens that comes with it has a lock, and when you switch on, it tells you have to unlock the zoom. Okay, there's a button to lock it. Maybe it's for safety, I don't know, but you lock it and then you press to unlock. Okay, the ergonomy is nice, it's okay. Here you have the switch on off, the trigger here, you have the button for recording video next to it. You have here the exposure compensation, and also when you use the wheel, this will be for your speed and this will be for your aperture. Then the normal button, and it's nice. It's a small camera, it's well built. You touch it and you feel it's nice. It's a nice little camera, so nothing really to complain about. So my conclusion, what are they? I know that many people are expecting my conclusion about this camera, thinking what is Eric going to tell after what is said about Canon. Because many people ask me, wow, tell us about the 3500. Well, honestly, I really criticized the Canon 2000D, but not the 4000D, because I understood it was a basic camera, and as basic, you cannot expect too much. But I do think that although I've used Canon many years, and I really think they have great cameras in the upper level, I think the entry-level cameras by Canon are too short. They're really more a toy than a real camera. Sorry for people who get upset, but that's what I think. And I think as entry-level camera, the Nikon entry-level camera give you more for your money. Although maybe they're a bit more expensive. I can't remember how much this one cost. It's a bit more expensive than the 4000D, also known as the T100, Rebel T100. And I think this camera, you get more. It's more a camera. So I think, should you buy that kind of camera? Well, I say be the same thing with any entry-level camera. If you can afford a bit more, go straight to a better camera. If you want Nikon, it's better 5000 series or 7000 series. I would even say the 7000 series, check my review of the 7500. But I do think it's better to go directly at upper level. But if you don't know if you're going to like photography, or your budget is what it is and you cannot get more, this is a great little camera. You can start with that, and then as you go learning, get better lens. The first lens to buy, I think, is the 50mm 1.8 for portrait, low light situation. That would be a great little lens, okay, because it's not very expensive. And then get buying better lenses, and then change the body in 2 years time. That would be a way to go. If you can afford better, go straight for better. For not better, maybe it's not the word, maybe it's more complete, okay. So get for something with more features and better better many things, okay. This camera needs to really give you good autofocus, needs more luminous lens, and you'll see if you get the 50mm or 35mm 1.8, the autofocus is a lot better because it gets more light, and so it goes better. With the basic lens, it's more limited, but you cannot ask much more for that price. So would I recommend this camera? If you're a beginner, yes, I would recommend this camera better than the Canon entry level, yes, no doubt. But if you can afford better, get or better Canon or better Nikon or better anything, because you will get a lot more for your money. But I think this camera is like this feeling. The feeling is that Nikon, although they all do that, is not stripping the camera, leaving you with something very basic. It does look like they've thought about a camera for beginners. They didn't take the higher level and say, what guy leave this so the guy is happy for his money. No, you have this feeling that they thought the camera for the beginner, and I think this is a great little camera, no doubt. Well, that's it. Thank you very much, Photosula, for lending me the camera. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you have not done yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a button down there, and also a small bell. If you click on it, a bell down here. If you click on it, you will get a notification when I upload new videos. My website, ericgibault.com. Any question, leave a comment or send me an email to info@ericgibault.com. And also I've put below in description some links to other things, my gear, other part of my channel, my social network, all this. Well, thank you very much. Bye.